Hello again, everyone. A lot of people seem to like the card I made yesterday, which was a very small focal image, but it was kind of striking. And I wanted to do another card today. Again, very small focal image compared to the overall size of the card. And I just want to try a few things. So my idea is this. These dies are from Gummiapan. I don't know if I actually chose them or whether they were in a mystery bag from Miser Print. Can't remember, but aren't they pretty? Cut them out. Just look how delicate they are. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. So my idea is this. I'll have these two flowers on a rectangular panel on a 5x7 card. It looks like there's a bit of a dirty mark there. Let's just see if I can get that off. I was going to do a 5x7 card the other day. That's better. Cut the card base and then left it knocking around because I decided to use a square one. Anyway, I digress. So I've cut two rectangles. These are some of my Presscut nesting dies. Cut two. One is for the little panel and the other one is for its mount. But I want to do something a bit flash with, with the panel. And my idea is this. In two parts, I want to emboss it in two different ways. I want to do dry embossing on one part and liquid, not heat embossing, embossing paste on the other half. So many ways of embossing. It's getting quite interesting, isn't it, really? So I've got out a couple of old embossing folders because I have a fancy for one part being kind of striped in relief and the other part using one of these stencils. These are both from the Crafters Workshop. I just love their stencils and could use any of these. I quite like that bit there. Could perhaps use that, on half of it like that. But my quandary is, do I emboss it first with the embossing paste or do I dry emboss it first? If I dry emboss it first, would I be able to get this right up to, I don't know. I'm gonna dry emboss it first. Let me see. Do I want straight stripes or do I want wavy lines? I might have straight stripes. I got out a couple. I just went through. I knew I'd got something that had got I just wanted lines of some description. Right, where's my embossing plate? Here it is. The adapter plate for my Platinum 6. Here we go. I've ordered myself a better press. I don't know if I'm mad or not, but we'll see. Just had a fancy for it. Right, there's the bottom half done. Now the top half, I want to have, where does it go to? About there. Actually, it's kind of random anyway, so it probably would look okay however I do it, really. I'm doing this first because I want to give it a chance just to dry off a little. Is there a right way up and a wrong way up? I think that's the right way up. I think they're fleur-de-lis, don't you? I think they're these things. Better put it this way up. Let's see. There. I'm going to put a piece of tape across this. I'd like to kind of hold it still. Right. Right, let's join that to that. Let's put this over here like this. And now we'll try with my embossing paste. I've made a huge batch. This is for sharing, so hopefully it will be okay. I didn't know what the proportions were doing. I had to do a bit of jiggery pokery, but we will see. And now I don't need very much. Let's just see where we're going. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm going to put some twinkle on that quickly. Here's my twinkle. Oh my word. Look at that. That's fab, isn't it? Whoa. Just wondering what I'm going to do with the mount for this, really. I tell you something, homemade embossing paste wipes off a whole lot easier than the Sizzix one I've got. That was an absolute nightmare to clean off. If you leave it more than a moment or two, it's like rock. Okay, give that a proper wash later. But isn't that lovely? Oh, my word. Now, I've got to see what to do with these flowers. Find the lid for this pot a moment. Oh, here it is. The lid's all broken, but I don't think it matters. Found it in the garage. Right, there is my panel. That is going to go onto here. But I don't know what that needs. I'm going to do some colour, put some colour on this for the heads of the flowers. So I'm thinking pink, and I enjoyed pink raspberry the other day, and pink raspberry I wanted to put with spun sugar, but I didn't manage to do it. I'll get some out today and see if it looks like I could do with a bit of wash. I'll give them a wipe on a piece of a baby wipe to start with. Probably could do the proper wash. I keep reds and yellows together, browns, blacks, greys together, and blues and greens together. I don't have space to keep them, you know, hung up or whatever in my room. So this is the best way I can. I've just showed that you've seen them like this. Anyway, let's just put some colour onto here. Picked raspberry. Here's picked raspberry. I think when I first saw this, I thought it said pickled raspberry, which was a bit silly, but still. Let's just put a bit of colour on here. The other one, spun sugar. I don't know what's going to go where with this, but we'll see. I was hoping to get a little bit of both, perhaps. I think that will do. Now, because I put that on and it's a bit damp, there's going to be some pink ink on the underside of my cutting plate. So I'm just going to give that a wipe so that I don't transfer that to the next thing I want to die cut. Right, let's have a look. Bring this over here. Look at these petals a minute first. And just see what they look like as a matter of interest. Could put those straight into this, couldn't I? Perhaps I'll do that. Quite pretty variants of colour, isn't it? This one's still in that other down here. There's a bit in here. There we go. Let's just have a look. Quite nice. Let me just put some tape across the back to hold those in. Oh, there's not much tape there holding that one. I think I need to put a little bit more on. There we are. Bit of tape on this one. And that's in two. Okay. I think I'll add a little bit more interest to these flowers. And what I'm going to do is a few white kind of dotty things just to get this going. Okay. Right, put a bit of twinkle on these. Oh dear. The colour's running there a little bit. Well, I'm going to put another layer on the top anyway, so I think that's going to be okay. You see, because distress oxides are water activated, it's gone over onto the white a little bit. Okay, so we need another couple of these flowers cut to pop over the top. This time, just all I want is the actual outline. I don't want the bits in the middle. Right. Now, what to do about this background? I love this though. I love that as a panel. I think it's fabulous. It's what to do behind it, that's the thing. I wonder about silver. I tried to try it on a bit of this just to see the effect. I've got one of my silver pens. Let's just try this. It's quite nice, isn't it? perhaps what I will do is not silver at all, but the same twinkle. Let's try that. Let me try that. I'm going to get a broader pen, glue pen. This one is a bit too wide, but it'll be fine. Right. That's okay. Bring back the twinkle. It looks a little bit blue at the moment, but that will change because the glue does dry clear. So although it looks blue now, it will dry without the blue tinge. Let's have a look at this. That's nice, isn't it? Ooh. My granddaughter Cleo would love a bit of this, a bit of twinkle. She does like a bit of twinkle. Well, I think we need a sentiment. Yes, it does look, got a blue cast at the moment, but that would go. That will go, definitely. I'll go look for a sentiment, and I'll be back, and I'll stick that together. Well, I got out various sentiments. I decided on this Alexandra Renke birthday, which I wanted to put down the side of the rectangle. That is 2 layers. And then I got out some happies, and I looked at these, and what I was looking for was both size of the actual word and the weight of the line. And I thought this one was probably about the best. I do like a mix of script and print. So I thought I would add 3 layers. There's 3 layers there. I'm gonna just do it, glue it on. And then I've got to find a position for those flowers that's going to fit with all the rest of it. So the way I put the layers together was just using this Nouveau pen again. It's just a broad tipped glue pen. It's quite wet, so you have to be a bit sparing with it and wipe your surfaces that you've used quite quickly afterwards. I'm going to put it fairly low because of the stems of these flowers. I thought that one could kind of go almost as if it was a continuation of the Y, and then this one just kind of cross over with it somehow. I'm going to use this Barely Arts. Put quite a bit on the head of the flower, and then we'll do a trail. Right, let's see. Going to need a little weight on it. Do something on this end too. That's fine. Put some on this one now. Okay. I think that's kind of going to be it. So there we are. There's my card. Really reasonably quick. And I really quite like the idea of mixing the 2 forms of embossing there. So clean and simple. And just get rid of a bit of the excess glitter. And another card is done. Do you know what? I'm going to put a little... You know, I put those dots on there. I'm going to put some of these tiny little things. And they just onto the flowers. These are about 1 millimetre. Oh, Cleo would love all this twinkle, wouldn't she? My goodness me. No, I'm not going to put any down there. Okay, I'm going to stop. I could go on forever, couldn't I? I'm stopping. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for giving a thumbs up, checking your subscription, and come back and see me very soon.